Hello clarinetists! Welcome to your snow day lesson. This video is specifically for Reggio clarinet players who have lessons on Mondays, or rather have snow days on Mondays, at least recently. Today we are reviewing the notes you learned last time, F and G. But first you need to assemble your clarinet. So please pause the video if you haven't put your clarinet together, and put it together. Don't forget your cork grease if you need it. Welcome back. First thing we have to do is warm up. So sit up nice and tall, get your clarinet across your lap or on a table that doesn't have a lot of things on it, and repeat after me. Make sure you use lots of air. All right, now you have to warm up on your instrument. I would like you to select two songs that you know very well, that we've played before. Hot Cross Buns, Mary Had a Little Lamb, Eau Claire de la Lune, Animal Fair, Closet Key. Any of those would be good choices. I would like you to pause the video and play whichever ones are your favorite that you're most comfortable with. Make sure you're sitting tall, your fingers are totally covering the holes, you're using your milkshake face. Go for it. Pause the video and I will be here when you get back. Like I said, this is a video about reviewing F and G, so that's what we're going to do right now. Hopefully you remember, but just in case, F uses just your left hand, your top thumb on the thumb hole in the back. That's F. So sit nice and tall. Get your milkshake face going, and repeat after me on F. Now for G. Remember that you use no fingers for G. You should still have your fingers hovering over the holes. You shouldn't take your hand away. You shouldn't have your fingers all the way up like this. You need to be ready for the next note. You're not going to play G forever. So keep your hands close, and you really need a good milkshake face, otherwise your clarinet's going to be slipping and sliding all over because there aren't really any fingers holding the clarinet. All you have is your bottom thumb and your face. So get ready for G. Repeat after me. There we go. Now we need to review your workouts for your face, which were your homework for last time. You should have that paper with you. If you don't have it out, please pause the video and take it out. We are going to play workout number 1. Look through it. Make sure you see what notes you're playing in what order and how many times. Get your foot tapping. Nice and slowly. This is a warm-up, not a race. Pause the video. Play workout number 1. All right, that was workout number 1. If that was difficult, don't go on with this video. Don't go on to workout number 2 and number 3. For today, keep playing workout number 1 so you get more practice on it. If workout number 1 sounds good, if you played it without having to stop tapping your foot. If you didn't mess up your fingers and had to figure out where you were, then you can keep going on. If you need more practice on workout number 1, stay with that one. Workout number 2, basically the same thing, but you're only playing each note 2 times. Pause the video, play workout number 2. Also use lots of air, go nice and slowly so you can do it right. And workout number 3. Basically the same thing, but you're only playing each note once. If you did a nice job with workout number 2, you were able to not stop tapping your foot, you didn't speed up or slow down, and you weren't struggling to figure out where the notes were, then go on to workout number 3, and you can pause the video for that. If you had trouble with workout 1 or 2, make sure you're practicing those throughout this week, and when you're ready, go on to 2 or 3, whichever one you need. Stay with whichever one you needed more practice on. And we are going to learn a new song. It is called El Toro. It's in your book, your band expressions book on page 7. It is number 13. This might be backwards for you, but if it's not, here it is. El Toro, page 7, number 13. If for some reason you don't have your book and this is not backwards for you, this would be a good time to pause the video or to look at the time on the video, about 6:38, 6:40. So then you can read it off the screen. But if it's backwards, then just ignore this part. Look at El Toro. It uses both of your new notes, F and G. It uses one of your old notes. So what I would like you to do is look at the order of the notes. Which are the first notes you play? How many times do you play that note? Find the second note that you play. How many times do you play it? Make sure you know the fingers off the top of your head right now. Next one. How many times do you play it? Next note. How many times do you play it? Next note. How many times do you play it? If I went too quickly for you, please pause and go back. And then we have 3 rests. So before you actually play this song, clap it and say the note names. So pause right now, get your foot tapping, clap the rhythm, say the note names. Now that you've clapped and said the note names, go back and play that first half of the song. You can pause to do that. Pause the video to do that. Now look at the second half. What is different and what is the same in the second half as the first half? You'll notice there are a lot of things that are the same, but the person that wrote this, the composer, threw in some things that are different. So pause the video and look for those similarities and differences. When you find what's the same, it will be a lot easier to learn this part. Now you should clap it, just this second half. Pause the video to clap it. Don't forget to put your hands out and say rest on rest, or be silent on the rest. Now, once you've done that, go and play that second half. You should pause the video now. Now that you've played the second half, go through and play the whole thing. Make sure your foot is tapping. You're playing it nice and slowly so you have a chance to play it correctly. And you can pause the video to do that now. Alright, so that is El Toro. And you will notice in your book, it shows you that symbol saying that there is an audio track on the CD in the back of the book. I took my CD out, but this is where you would find it. So you can play along. Play the song slowly by yourself, build up the speed when you get more comfortable with it, and then you can play with the CD. Makes it more fun. If you need to remember the fingerings for F and G, they're in the past few pages, but I think it's much easier to go to page 54 in the back of your book. in the fingering chart and find those notes. Make sure it says F and G, but make sure it's also written in the part of the staff that you play. There are other Fs and Gs that you don't play yet, so find the right ones. Thank you. If you have any questions, need any extra help, or need any extra work because you did such a good job with this, please come find me at school. And for Reggio students, I am at your school Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursday morning. Find me anytime your other teacher says it's okay. Have a wonderful clarinet-y day.